Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Quarters temporary studio. Welcome to the show. So, a little while back, I'm talking about, I think this episode was, 2 years ago at this point? I did an episode on tribes that need more love from Wizards, and I had a great time making that episode with Princess Weeks. If you haven't seen Princess Weeks content, make sure you check that out. But yeah, what we talked about were different tribes that Wizards has not really made a commander around, or one that we, actually wanted to kind of see within that tribe. And one of the ones that I brought up on that episode was actually a Myr tribal commander. And yeah, with our most recent set, with the most recent precons, we finally have a Myr tribal commander. So on this episode, I'm going toe-to-toe with Wizards, and I'm asking you, who did it better? Who won? Mitch or Wizards? So, even if you caught that episode, or actually I even made that episode, yeah, I could not remember exactly what my Myr tribal commander design was. Again, that was 2 years ago. So yeah, let's recap really quick with Plexi Myr General. So we're going to talk about my design first for a Myr tribal commander. And again, this was before one actually existed. This was over 2 years ago at this point. Here we go. Plexi is a 4/4 legendary artifact creature Myr that costs 4. It has, whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 Myr creature token. Sacrifice a non-Myr artifact. Myr you control get ++1 until end of turn. And by paying Wooburg, other Myr you control gain indestructible until end of the turn. So yeah, I was actually pretty proud of this design. I really like this design. I still like this design. Basically, hey, you know what? You can build up a Myr army by just casting artifacts. So any artifact you're casting can help add to your Myr army. Again, there's only so many Myr out there. Yes, we got some more for our most recent set. But yeah, there's only so many Myr out there, so this gives you kind of an avenue, an outlet to actually make a lot of Myr so that you can get your Myr tribe going. Also, by sacrificing a non-Myr artifact, again, maybe one of those artifacts that you're getting into play, maybe other artifact tokens they might be creating that are not Myr, you can pump your Myr. And again, you can do this for free. So, you are sacrificing something, but you don't have to pay any mana to do so. You know what I mean. So yeah, you can pump your Myr. Essentially, this makes you more effective in combat, both on offense and defense, because yeah, if you're swinging out with your tiny little 1/1 Myr, your opponents have to be pretty careful on how they actually block, or if they are going to block you, because yeah, you can sacrifice a good amount of artifacts to pump them so that your Myr can, take out some of their creatures, survive, maybe even take them out if they're not blocking effectively. On top of that, by paying Wooburg again, this, obviously Wooburg was kind of an ability that I want to put on this to ensure that yeah, you could basically utilize all the colors again, so you could utilize Myr. Again, Myr doesn't have all that many Myr out there, so I want to make sure you got access to all of them. And of course, just kind of giving you access to essentially, what you need to make this commander work. But regardless, this ability can be very impactful, giving your other Myr indestructible until end of turn, can help protect your army, whether that's in combat again, or, maybe someone's casting a board wipe, essentially. But yeah, this does not protect Plexi itself. And I felt like that was important, at least when I was designing this, that, hey, this is a decently powerful commander. Again, Myr aren't the most powerful thing out there. There's some powerful things you can do with this, but yeah, protecting your other pieces is nice. But yeah, with a little bit of a limitation on not protecting itself as well. But yeah, I think, I still like this design. I hope you do as well. We'll see how it stacks up against our brand new one. And really quick, yeah, that art right there with the little coffee cup and the robot is, I think, pretty adorable. Regardless, next up, we've got Wizards version with Urtet Remnant of Memnarch. And really quick, oh my goodness. Okay, the actual, set I don't think is available for purchase yet. And I think this is in the pre-cons, I believe. But yeah, this is like a $33 card at this point, which is kind of ridiculous. Regardless, I know a lot of people out there are very excited about it. Regardless, Urtet Remnant of Memnarch. A 2/2 legendary artifact creature Myr that costs 3, so kind of close to mine as well, but regardless, let's keep going. Whenever you cast a Myr spell, create a 1/1 colorless Myr artifact creature token. Beginning of combat on your turn, untap each Myr you control, and by paying Wooburg, you tap and put 3+1 counters on each Myr you control. Activate only during your turn. Now, there are some things that are actually quite similar about these two, and we'll break things down a little bit more. But obviously, this also gives you a way to build up your Myr army. This one, though, is more specific and not, casting artifact spell, casting a Myr spell specifically you get a 1/1. Now, that obviously applies to not only, Myrs, but also, any creatures that happen to have Changeling as well, or any spells that have, Changeling, essentially, which I don't think there's very many, but there is at least one. Anyways, at the beginning of combat, your turn, untapping each Myr you control. That can be huge, especially since there are some Myr out there that do have tap effects, including this one, obviously, and there's some other ways to give your Myr tap effects as well to really take advantage of that. At the very least, yeah, utilize them, for their tap effects, and then you can untap them, utilize them in combat, or again, with their tap effect as well. Speaking of that, yeah, that WUBRG ability, again, giving you access to all 5 colors, I think is huge. And yeah, being able to grow your army as well with this, getting 3 counters on all your Myrs, activating her during your turn. I mean, I'm not sure if that limitation was exactly all that necessary, but here it is. So yeah, I mean, again, a way to build up your Myr, a way to take advantage of the Myr that you are tapping with abilities, and then also a way to, make your Myr more impactful, to make them more deadly. Now, looking at them side by side, now I'm not saying that Wizards copied me, but okay, I'm really not saying that Wizards copied me. This is, just there's a lot of kind of similarities between these two. We had a lot of similar thoughts on kind of what Myr needed. Now, a decently low to the ground commander, again, theirs is lower at 3 mana versus -4. Mine does make up for that in the power toughness of being a 4/4 versus a 2/2. I mean, most Myr are quite tiny, so yeah, it probably doesn't matter, all that much, but yeah, I mean, I probably could have, done, the power a little bit lower. That's fine. Regardless, the first one, though, the first effect is quite similar. Again, mine is whenever you cast an artifact spell, you get a 1/1 Myr. Theirs is whenever you cast a Myr spell, essentially. Yeah, I mean, that's quite similar. I think I wanted mine to be a bit more broad, just so that, you weren't completely dependent on running, at the time there was less Myr. The worst, terrible Myr out there that, aren't all that great because you only have, such a small pool of actual Myr. Now there's some more Myr from this most recent set. I do understand the limitation and probably wanting players to actually utilize more Myr cards versus with Plexi, yeah, you could probably get away with utilizing, just a bunch of artifacts. If you have a bunch of 0 mana artifacts, you can play those, for no mana, essentially. Make your creature token essentially for free, probably have some ways to bounce those back to your hand, do it again, make a big army without actually playing many Myr. So that is one potential downside of mine. Sacrificing a non-Myr artifact to pump my team. I do like that. I do like that kind of effect. Obviously, Urtet also is a way to make the team stronger, but that way is more permanent in getting counters on it by utilizing that ability. And then the other kind of main difference is that I utilize that WUBRG effect to essentially make my team indestructible versus Urtet says, you know what, let's focus on maybe some tap abilities as well and being able to utilize those. And that also plays in that last ability too. So yeah, definitely some similarities between these two. I mean, both essentially kind of have 3 different effects and some of them are quite similar. Yeah, I mean, I think overall, I like both designs. I have an opinion on which one I like more, but that's not important. What is important is what you think. Let me know in the comments below, which of these is your favorite? Which of these do you like the best? Is there a problem with one of these 2 designs? Is there a certain thing that was not thought about by that designer? And yeah, so yeah, let me know which one you like in the comments below. Do you like both of them? Do you like one more than the other? Do you think Wizards ripped me off? Just kidding. Anyways, yeah, let me know. So yeah, this episode is now coming to a close, so in the comments below, let me know what your thoughts are on it, and of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.